Ready? Okay guys, so first part. Let's just, okay, so it's opening sequence of Bassai show. So feet together, hands together, your left hand on top of your right. If you have it that you're kind of like, your little finger of your left hand is next to your index finger of your right hand, that way and both in front of you, this way, yeah? Okay, so stepping forward, exactly same as Bassai Dai. So right leg drive, left leg drive. As you do, you can rotate that left hand so it's palm to palm and then driving forward. Okay, try here. Okay, one more time. I'm just going to do this a few times, yeah? Okay, one more. Knee. And okay, guys, the finish point is don't be playing peekaboo and looking underneath. It's not like here knee down position where this hand is like Agyuke. This is just your wrist is above your below your eye line. So this position, yeah, this position, and you're going past your eye line as well. So if I'm looking straight to the camera, then I'm going past that point over my top of my wrist through to the focal point. Understand? Okay, couple of times, guys. Just try. So as you drive, rotate, then coming across. Okay, a couple of times, give it a go, try. Let me see what you're doing.
How vertical is that, sorry, horizontal is that top arm, Sensei?
Top one is, yeah, it's fairly horizontal. So it's not kind of this way, yeah? So elbow up, coming across this feeling. Okay? Okay. Then Sylvia, a little bit, this one's forward, so this hand's forward as well, yeah? Not kind of, like, maybe it's the angle, but also palm to palm, this feeling, not wrist to wrist, but palm to palm. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, guys, just watch. Okay, let's go to Bassai Dai. Every, like, from Bassai Dai, so we should think about this for a couple of times. So when we try forward Bassai Dai, that first movement in Bassai Dai, then we're really going from our right leg, then our left leg. Right leg is pushing to kind of trigger that momentum, and then as you start to go, your left leg kicks in. So it's right, then left. There's right, left to drive in, yeah? Also, what's important about this is that you're not pulling your hand back, but you're driving your body in, and as your body gets close to your hands, you kind of shift them slightly to your left hip, and then from here, from your left hip, then they drive forward. Okay, so just Bassai Dai, the start of Bassai Dai, think right leg, then left leg, move your center to your hands. As you do, shift slightly your hands to your left hip. As soon as they hit the left hip, then they're driving forward. Okay, do that a couple of times. Go for it. Just the sequence of Bassai Dai. Everybody knows Bassai Dai, right? Then try not, like Elizabeth's doing it a little bit, like a few of you do, try not to have this kind of circular action. Not circular in any way. From this point it shifts to the side and then comes across your body. Shift to the side, across your body, yeah? But not plopping in, feeling. Okay. Also guys, like have that dynamic start. So drop your mat, yeah? Drop your stance, and then think like that plyometric bounce. You're dropping your mass, and then you're pushing with your right leg and then left. So drop, right, left, then driving in. So you have that kind of down to fast go rather than, obviously, we don't want to be leaning in, but still drop to go feeling, yeah? Okay, and also last point, yeah, we're not going to spend all long with this, but last point, at no point do you want to think those hands are coming back to your hip, only to the side. You move your hands to the side as your hip goes in. So there's like if this is where my hands are, right, I'm like say I'm holding this pole, like I'm not pulling that back, that's staying where it is, and I'm moving to that point. And as my hands get to my hip, then I drive forward. Understand? Yes? Well, Ross Sensei understands. Ross Sensei, nobody else is putting their thumbs up. No one's listening today. They don't understand. Rue, I thought you were practicing your Jane Fonda musical.
That's why I'm on mute, Sensei.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay, everybody's reached perfection with that opening move of Bassai Dai. Now put that same feeling in Bassai Dai into Bassai Sho. So instead of this pulling back, think side. Think sideways. As your body moves in, you're still driving with your right leg, driving with your left, sideways push, and then strike feeling. Understand? Okay, try. Give it a go. In essence, it's the same move. Different hand positions, maybe, but in essence, the exact same move. Then beyond, make sure you're turning. This is the block, yeah? This is the block. So turn your hand in. Donk, this thing. Then Paul D, try not to make it circular in any way. Not kind of 1, 2. This fast, across, direct feeling, yeah? Then Claire, a little bit past your line. Past your center line, past your center line here, past this way, but also forward, yeah? Not so close to your body. Linda, you're playing peekaboo. Make sure this hand is below your eye height, not above, not like Agyuke. Yeah. Okay, Yame. Okay, guys, you understand? So I think that like the important thing is to understand is like Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho, both came from the kata Bassai, an old Okinawan kata called Bassai. And actually there's a few variations of Bassai, quite a few variations of Bassai. But generally speaking, the Bassai is I'll show you from the side. Bassai is this blocking with your left hand while striking with your right. And you're moving in and then in and slightly to the side, and you make this exaggerated kosudachi. I'll show you from the front. You make this kind of exaggerated kosudachi where this foot is well out. So although your powers go forward, you kind of shift them to the side. This hand blocks round and then you strike here. Okay, now this movement here has led to our Bassai Dai and our Bassai Sho. And the important thing is that you're both blocking with your left hand in Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho, just like you would in Bassai. In Bassai Dai, you're doing this, but this is signifying block, this is signifying strike. And in Bassai Sho, there's a much more definite block with your left hand. Blocking with your left hand, then going in, striking shuto. Understand? Okay, so try to understand the similarities, and also more importantly, like where they came from. Okay, good. Okay, so from here, Bassai Dai, back to Bassai Dai. Okay, so driving forward, Okay, Uchuke, Itan, Shigo, Rock, Shitach. Okay, just that one more time. One more time, those 7 moves, yeah? 8 moves. Okay, itch, Nisan, Shigo, Rock, Shitach. Ayame, how it is. Okay, so with these elements in Bassai Dai, I'll show you from Bassai. So Bassai, you went from here 1. Then there was this long block uchuke and then short uchuke. Long satsuke, short uchuke. And you shifted your stance. So the first block, you were in a long normal zengsuch, what we consider normal zengsuch, and then you shift back, very much like here Nina. And then you drive forward and then you shift back. And generally speaking, the application of this original, now we can give it different applications, but the original was, original would be, now you can argue about the merits of this, but like this generally speaking, you're blocking and then striking this thing. Okay, so you're blocking in and then coming back to put him into an armbar. This 1, 2. That kind of feeling. Understand? Yeah? So generally speaking, that's the application of Bassai, which has kind of led to Bassai Dai. Okay? Okay, everybody try this. So from here, let's go from this point. We've just made this block. Okay, we're going to turn and block. Inch. Corporate stature, then rotate knee. Okay, switch hand, she drive it, and the exact same movement. Okay, so exactly the same, I'll shoot from a different angle. So from here, this rotate and block it, and then pull in knee. Scoop, strike, hitch. Then drive it, knee. Sa. Okay, good. So, guys, all you're doing, I'll just show you the shapes. You're driving into Kokut Stach and blocking this Skamyuke, double Skamyuke, and then rotating. So imagine, for the sake of getting your hands right, imagine you're holding a bow staff in this manner, and then you're rotating up this way. So this kind of grab, rotate up. And if you imagine that, you'll get your hands right, but basically, you're grabbing in this manner, and then you're rotating. This hand just lifts. This hand, palm up, palm down. Palm up, palm down. This comes to about eye height. Understand? Yes?
The thumbs don't go in then. So
No, both. Yeah, Skamyuke grabbing block. So you're maintaining that kind of block grab right the way through that movement. Okay? Okay. Try, guys. Give that a go. Give that a go a couple of times. Then Roger, this left hand a little bit lower. Not so much forward, yeah? Lower and then coming directly up, yeah? Rolf, try to maintain weight more back in your back stance, yeah? Then Justina, like this top hand really only rotates. It doesn't shift that much. It's this one that comes up. It's your left hand that comes up a lot. Okay? Yeah, not both up or one up and one down. It's not this one's only just kind of closing your armpit a little bit. Okay? Okay, yeah, mate, guys, just watch. So look, then like this initial application for Bassai Dai, yeah, this 1, 2, or this 1, 2. So going in, then coming back, yeah. It's like this kind of emphasis. So like that was the original Bassai, the original meaning of Bassai. How did that produce both Bassai Dai, Bassai Show? Well, kind of intent is quite similar, right? So if Ross was attacking again, and I was blocking and then coming up this feeling coming up, yeah? Like it's no different from this feeling. Do you understand? Slightly, well, it means what he's doing is the same. What I'm doing is different, but my intent is the same. The conclusion is the same, but how I go about that is slightly different. So you feel like you're blocking and then putting it into an armbar. So you're blocking and you can come round and offline, which is fine as well. You do this in the kata, yeah? You don't have to stick strict to your end%. But ultimately this is the block and this is the armbar, where you're pulling it down and using that as a kind of lever to put them under an armbar. Understand? Okay, so give it a go, guys. Just try to get that feeling. Any questions, just ask.
Sensei?
Yes.
Would you mind just repeating that sequence of moves again? So you're going from here into...
Yeah. So yeah, like the end% is a little bit different from Bassai Dai. Obviously, Bassai Dai, we go back, forward, then side. This is just back and then the side. So it is a little bit different. But ultimately, from here, you've done the first movement, you're going directly behind you and then twisting. And then with this right hand, right leg to right foot, left foot, right hand block, round strike. We're going to do this in a minute. And then directly with your left leg, and then one more time. So from here, directly behind and lock, then Ude Barai, strike, left leg, then block. Okay? I'm not so bothered about kind of you getting those who don't know the Bassai, sure. Not so much bothered about you getting the exact movements at the moment because we're not really doing the kata step by step. Sadly, we're going to be jumping about a little bit. But what I want you to do is just get the feeling, and then we'll do the kata afterwards if we have time. Tied with always the 2 thumbs up.
So is that turn, Sensei, right after the arm bar?
No. We'll get that in a minute. Don't worry. We'll move. That's next.
Good Sensei.
Yes.
Do the rise closed fist all the time, so it's not open and so on.
Well, this one, no, closed fist all the time. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, guys, a few people are asking about that. So, Linda, get your hand below your eyes. You're too much playing peekaboo. Okay. Then everyone's kind of, well, a few people asking about this. Okay, so let's just do that sequence in Bassai Dai, because that's what you know, right? So you've just gone round, Sotsuke, Meigu, Shuke. You're scooping round, 1 hand, 2 hand, your choice. Then driving forward, Sotsuke. Okay, just do that a couple of times, guys. Just do that. So after the Sotsuke, Uchuke, scoop and drive Sotsuke. Get that right. Get that movement correct, yeah? Okay. Good. Okay, good. So, guys, so Zenkutsudachi and Kokutsudachi is traditionally fairly interchangeable, yeah? So, one way of making Zenkutsudachi is another way of making Kokutsudachi. It's very little different, especially with when you're translating old kata into modern day Shotokan at least, yeah? So for example, this part here, where you got your, it's left leg forward facing to your left, is not really much different from this part here, where again your weight's still on your right leg. And it's exactly the same, yeah? My right leg moves as I scoop round, I drive forward, right leg step, right? That's that feeling. So from here, it's exactly the same. This leg moves. This leg moves as I scoop and round and strike, yeah? So it's the same leg that's moving, the same feeling that's moving. Let me just show you Bassai. Yeah? Bassai was this. So from here, you made Sotsuke, Nikkei, Uchuke. Then from here, you made this kind of shikudachi, and you scooped round, and then you made Nekuashidachi. Okay, to kind of throw. So this was someone kicking my ageri. So like I've just gone Sotsuke, Uchuke in a high stance. Ross kicks my ageri. I scoop round, and then from here I throw him. Scoop round and throw. That was the original application of it. Understand? Where you're scooping round into Nekuashi, into Shikurachi, and then you're kind of landing in Nekuashi Sotsuke. That's Bassai. And from that movement, you got Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho. And the Bassai Sho version is simply you're from here, Ross kicks, and I'm blocking and striking feeling. Blocking, striking. Understand? Yes? Yeah, so from here, right leg move, scoop round. I'm making Heisurachi, Tetsuri. Ude Barai, round to Tetsuri. Understand? Okay, try guys. Almost same feeling as Bassai Dai. Well, it's the same feeling as Bassai Dai, obviously just physically very different. Okay, guys, just watch, yeah? Let me just get this right angle. So, okay, I'll show you from this angle. From here, keep the same height, but keep your back straight. Actually, let me show you from I'll show you from this angle. Okay? Keep your back straight. Don't stick your bum out. So you're rotating, your back is still straight. Back still straight. This block in Headquarter. Knees really bent, and it comes round, and then here you go up. I mean, it can have different meanings, but kind of coming up to Tetsu. So don't stick your bum out. Also, don't do this. Don't come straight up on the block, and then this is just a hand movement with no physical movement, no body movement either. Understand? Okay, 2 more minutes, guys. Give it a go. Any questions, just ask. Then Sophia, try not to use there's no need to use your hips, no wiggling of your hips when you do this, yeah? It just stays all straight because it's your vertical up and down movement that's you making it, yeah? I think that's the wrong leg, Reva. You should have your left leg forward. Okay, then it's your right leg that you're going to turn to, and you're going to rotate towards the mirrors at the back here. And block with your right hand. No, wrong way. No, other leg forward. That's it, rotate clockwise. So you're facing the mirrors. Yeah. Good. Yeah, inner thigh muscle squeeze tight so you get that stability, yeah? Talk, keep your bum in. Patricia, keep your back straight. You're sticking your bum out the first thing you were doing. Yeah. Okay. Good. So far, so good. Everyone understand? Okay. We're gonna jump a little bit forward. Yeah. So like, Shuto is the Shuto, right? The Skamiyuke and the Kikomi is the same. Let's just briefly talk about this hand position, yeah? So there's 3 hand positions. There's okay. Now, like, some instructors will teach it all the same way, and that's kind of fine too, yeah? I mean, I'm kind of on their side. But generally speaking, the main kind of consensus of Shotokan is that there's 3 basic hand positions. The first is this thumb is in. Can you see that? This thumb is in, and your fingers aren't touching. This is Bassai Dai. Okay, second is this thumb is in, always thumb in actually, and fingers are touching. This is Bassai Sho. And then the third one is Kanku Sho, where your hand is touching. Okay, so no touching, grabbing. Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho, Kanku Sho. That's the basic 3 hand positions of this movement, right? Now this first Bassai Dai. So Bassai, I'll show you Bassai. Bassai, you're coming from this point. And you're moving, so you step forward and then you step back, shito. This is the old shito, yeah? And then you're blocking the movement to the side and grabbing, and there's a big gap. This is cover, this is like hikite hand, this one is like hikite hand. After you've blocked, you've grabbed, and then from here you're grabbing and before making shito again, right? So that's the original Bassai. From that we got Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho. So the original is someone punching and you're blocking and grabbing. This is to take the sting out of it. This is to take the sting, this is to grab. So if you slow it down, I know where that hand is. I don't actually lose contact with that hand until I grab. And then from here I take the knee out as I pull, yeah? That's the basic application from it. From that we got that, and that's why these hands don't touch. These hands don't touch, right? Okay, so that's kind of like the basic Bassai Sho. Bassai Dai. Bassai Sho, generally speaking, is someone grabbing. This is Ikkyu, Aikido Ikkyu, where you're touching, and then putting them into an arm lock. This is basic. It's in Aikido, it's called Ikkyu. Or is it called Nikyu? I'm not too sure. It's either Ikkyu or Nikyu, I can't remember. Where it's just this basic wrist lock.
Ikkyu.
This what?
Ikkyu, Sensei.
Ikkyu, is it? Ikkyu, that's the one. Okay, so... Huh? It's called very sore wrist, des. Okay, so that's the basic application for that, yeah? Whereas Kanku Dai is much more sort of punching, and you're moving round this way. And you're putting them into an arm lock. So from here, you're going down, around, shoulder. I'm sure actually from the side. So down, round, shoulder, lock, boom. And then, you know, normally it's a hizageri or maigeri, that kind of thing, so as you're pulling them in. So that's completely different. Although it looks the same, it's a completely different application. It's different kata, completely different kata. But Bassai Dai is this, Bassai Sho is this. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, guys, just practice the difference. Just practice Bassai. So Bassai Dai, of course, from here, your HDKI, next stop. Whereas Bassai Sho, hand touching, exactly the same. And then double uchuke. Where it's block, block, strike. Block, block, strike. Okay, try it, give it a go. Guys, make sure that uchuke, when you're doing that double uchuke, you're not actually preparing, it's not actually double uchuke, right? But you're blocking with your left hand and you're blocking with your right hand on the preparation, finishing the block with your left hand as you go back into your stance, and then your right hand comes as a strike. So block, block, strike. From this point, block, block, strike. Before making your reaction. Don't get your hands tied up, yeah? Then Linda, make sure that correct form, yeah? Everybody, on that kakomi, on that ki point, make sure this is correct form, yeah? It's not double hikite to your hip, it's not two hands together here, it's right in front of your right chest. Right chest. Boom, this thing, yeah?
Sensei, on the land, do you feel an extra, because it's block, do you feel like an extra push in at that point?
Yeah.
So that drive after landed.
This thing, yeah? Okay, good. Okay, yame. So, guys, this kind of pulling up, yeah? Like if you're pulling something up this, like if I have a heavy weight here. Oh no, To's stolen them all and they're all at my house. If I had a big dumbbell. Huh? Yeah, what? I'll pretend that this is really heavy. So if I wanted to lift something heavy up and I wanted to lift it past my chest, like that's like, you know, doing this way it's a bit finite, but like at some point I want to lift my elbows up. If I want to lift this up, I'm going to lift my elbows up, right? So if your hands are underneath, well, sure you can push it this way, but if you're pulling it, you want to pull it up, and your elbow's going to come up, yeah? It's like that kind of feeling. Imagine you had the dojo used to have lots of dumbbells, but that's what you're doing. You used to feel like you got a dumbbell in your hand and you're pulling it right the way up this thing. Then that's the position. And especially if you're doing that kakomi, you don't want to pull it up to your center of your chest. You want to pull it along that line. That's the line that you do kakomi, right? Get on kakomi, that's the line you're doing, so that's the way that you pull it up. So that position, boom, that's the position where you're making before you retract and make the block. Understand? Yep. Okay, good. Okay, next one. Okay, let's just do the form first. So, everybody make Girambra. Okay, so, all I want you to do is make Joran Sotsuke. So from here, this Joran Sotsuke, Chalani Kibrach. Okay, hand up, Joran Sotsuke, knee. And make it cut all the way around. San. So Joran Sotsuke without stopping. Not like normal Sotsuke or any Sotsuke, but right the way around to your Hikite. Right the way around to your Hikite. Okay, just do that a couple of times. Yeah, Oscar, don't stop. Don't stop at any point, yeah? Oscar, that comes round to your hikite. You're still going through that course where it comes to your hip non-stop. There's no point of stopping. Okay, good. Okay, next one, guys. Everybody try ashibarai. This ashibarai forward. Ashibarai forward. So hook, not kind of hacking away at someone's leg. Feel like you're hooking up. Hooking up, feeling. So hook and land. Again, that foot doesn't stop at all. From the start of the technique until landing in Kimrach, you're just hooking through and down. Through and down. Okay. Good. Try and keep it down, you're kind of a little bit buckling when you bring your leg up, yeah? Keep that tailbone tucked in, keep your back straight so your back is straight right the way through that movement. Okay, good, okay. Okay guys, put those two together. So you're doing Sotuke and Ashibarai. Sotuke, Ashibarai at the same time. Joran Sotuke and hooking Ashibarai at the same time, and they both come to your hip. Both feeling of like, not both coming to your hip, but both feeling of like that squeezing into you before you drive into the stance. Yes, Bjorn.
Good, Sensei.
Yes.
Is it the start of the sotuk? Is it the quick acceleration and slow finish? Quick acceleration and slow finish.
I don't think it's a slow finish. I think by the natural order of things, it will kind of be a little bit of a pause as you adjust your stance. But yeah, don't be thinking it's a slow finish. It's sometimes people slow it down because it's so difficult to control that circular motion because you're going circular one way and then you've got to drive forward the next way. So sometimes people slow it down in order to manage that, but it's not a slow movement at the end. Okay, good. Okay, next one, guys. Next one. What I always do is make double hikite. Okay, what you're going to do is feel like Girambarai Gakazuki. Just from double hikite, Girambarai Gakazuki. Try the other way as well. It's quite high. I mean, like in essence, the form isn't Girambarai. The form is both hands both at the same height. But just have that sense of the leading hand is a block, is a cover, is a guard, and it's the back hand that's making the Gakazuki. Double hikite in. Double hikite in, feeling. Okay? Yeah, Linda, don't artificially make this kind of Girambarai, yeah? I mean, the form of the kata is the both chudan, rather than Giran chudan. But if you have that sense of Girambarai feeling where this is coming across your body as a guard, and then it's the reverse hand, that's the punching hand. Okay, good. Okay, guys, now from hikite, feel knee up and feel like you're a kind of like a kind of a baseball pitcher. So knee up, and then you're going to land in stance, leg punch. This feeling of knee up, land in stance, then punch feeling. This 1, 2 feeling. So allow that stance to kind of lengthen, and then you collapse onto that stance with your punch. Yeah, Baz, not like you're lifting, you're not making kime or you're not stopping. This is to create that kind of, you're squeezing the stretch drive feeling. Use your obliques. Good. Okay, good. Everyone understand? Yep. Okay, so guys, then from here, I want you to have that same feeling. So, Sotuke Ashibarai, squeeze, punch, feeling. So, Sotuke Ashibarai, squeeze, let your leg go, and then drive forward, double punch. Understand?
Does the foot land before the two punches? Or the
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So have that same feeling that we just practiced where your foot's going in and then punching afterwards, but now you're creating that shape. You're creating that shape, going and then punching. Okay.
Sensei.
Yes.
The strike is going forward, so you're rotating your body along the, like you're shoveling.
Yeah, so obviously depending on your hip flexibility. Okay, guys, okay, just watch, guys. So like, I'll do it directly to the camera, right? So from here, I am coming around. So I feel like I'm pulling my leg into me. I feel like I'm pulling my hand into me as I go out to in, stretch, kibanachi, rotate. Okay, try to hit that, all those notes within that movement. Okay?
Rotate but stay in kibanachi.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So that it's using that stretch of your side of your body, guys, super important. Okay, Yame. Okay, so guys, let me just show you Bassai. Yeah, this of course, this like I was saying, this came from Bassai. So in Bassai, like believe it or not, this is the Yamazuki. Yeah, this is the same feeling as Yamazuki. So for Bassai, you went 1, and it was 1, 2, 3, and then from here it was this kind of squeeze and punch, and then you came up. And then this hooked the leg, came round, then double punch, and came up. You went out, you hooked the leg, like this Asha Bright feeling, and as you hooked your leg, you did the double punch, and you ended up in Nekoach. And then from that, we get that feeling, Yamazuki, yeah? So you do this 3 times in Bassai Dai, and you do it, well actually you do it 4 in Bassai, but, sorry, in Bassai Dai Show. But going back, you do it 3 times, right? So, I just want you to have this sense that, like, similar to Bassai Dai, where you're squeezing here, okay? You're squeezing here, and then you're stretching, and then you're using this to close to make Yamazuki. This is the same thing, this squeeze, open, close feeling for the power of Yamazuki. Understand? Yeah? Okay, so just practice Yamazuki in Bassai Dai a couple of times, and try to get that same feeling. Looks completely different. Feeling is in essence exactly the same. No rolling about, Sam. I can see you. Then Oscar, make sure you don't break your line, yeah? As you're bringing this knee up, don't break your line. Squeeze your abdomen independently of it affecting your upper body. Squeeze your abdomen, squeeze, but not squeeze this way, yeah? Okay, Anyame. Good. Do you feel the similarities? So? Okay, last one, guys, last one. Let me show you the ending of Bassai. So, ending of Bassai. You've gone 1, 2 from here. Then this is a block, and then this is a blocking coming back. And then to 45, so you're looking 45 degrees. And then you're going to move this way, but your focus is in the other 45. You block and you pull down in Bassai. That's it, that's the end of the kata. So from this point here, you're not stepping forward, you're looking, like in Bassai Dai, we're stepping forward 45 degrees, right? And then we're turning and then we're stepping this way. You hit all those notes, but it's a very different feeling, yeah? So you're blocking You're blocking and then pulling back into neckwash. And then you're looking, you're blocking to your 45 degrees the other way, and then you're pulling back into neckwash. Okay, and then this form of shto is much more, this hand's covering, this hand's kind of grabbing. It's not like a block, it's like a grab and a pull, is the form of shto. Understand? Well, it's not shto. It's not shito, but it's their basic back stance kind of position. Okay, so that's the original Bassai. So like when you know that, then of course this Bassai die of half step stepping in and then coming 45 degrees, then half step stepping in, kind of makes sense. You're kind of hitting all those notes. And then of course with Bassai shot, where you're first of all coming this way and pulling down, and then stepping across, coming down. Then in essence they're the same movement. Albeit the form is slightly different. In Bassai it's like this, Bassai show it's like this, where your hand is in line. Understand? Okay? Okay, give it a go guys. I'll actually show you the form one more time. So we just finished that last that's double punch. Okay, so you're blocking behind you. As you do, you're releasing your hip. This is arcing round. It's arcing round as this hand comes, your bottom hand comes out, and you end up like vertical. Then you're stepping across hand and foot at the same time, and then again this circular nature with your neck wash. And then you come back. Okay, try it guys, give it a go. Any questions, just ask. Then Andrew, make sure elbows in, but both hands are vertical. So again, guys, if you have that sense that you're holding a staff, then you know you'll get the sense of where your hands should be, that vertical line. If your hands are in line, then that's the form. And they're both hands open like the scam it, grabbing thing. Okay.
Sensei, can you done again the foot movement?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm in Kibadach, and then basically the feet are going from Kibadach directly into neck wash, and then I'm going to step over, and then again directly into neck wash. No need to make these big exaggerated movements. So that's the basic foot movement. Then from here, before I move, I'm rotating my hips, I'm blocking with my right hand, and then as I pull my left leg into neck wash, I kind of come round and make that block. Then from here I'm stepping over as I do left leg step, left hand block. Then this is circling round with my foot as well, and then I land in neck wash to finish. That's it. Okay? Then tie your, so one hand throat height, one hand kind of like low stomach height, yeah? Then Andrew, palms away, yeah? Not side on, but palms away. Yeah. Good. Okay. Okay, Ame, good. Okay, so guys, we're gonna finish with going through the kata one more time. Then maybe I'll touch upon this a little bit on Thursday as well. Actually, kind of do the kata proper. But what I really want, like a couple of things, right? A lot of people teach Bassai Sho as like a bow kata, like a staff kata, right? And certainly, you know, there's certain things you can kind of crowbar into kind of this movement. But it's very similar to, where's Tommy when I need him? It's very similar to like kind of, I can see you. Like in crowbarring kind of Heian Shodan, like this 1, Girambarai, and 2, Oizuki, and this kind of 3 round and down and 4, you know, like I'm saying, you know, you're doing Heian Shodan with a bow. Well, you know, no you're not. You're crowbarring the Embusen and the slight body dynamics of Heian Shodan into a bow movement, which has no real kind of relationship to any kind of kobudo. And I think Bassai Sho is the same. To say that Bassai Sho is a bow kata well, if Bassai Sho is a bow kata, then therefore Bassai Dai must be a bow kata because they're both the same kata. Well, obviously with a little bit of physical differences in terms of the superficial elements of it, but ultimately the intent of the kata is exactly the same. Understand? So if you can do Bassai Dai well, you can do Bassai Sho well. Because in essence, the dynamics of the kata, the feeling of the kata is in many ways identical, albeit some moves are added into Bassai Dai and some moves are added into Bassai Sho, etc. But ultimately, the similarities are identical. Okay? Okay, let's go through Bassai Sho a couple of times and then we'll finish up. If those who don't know it, I will endeavour to teach it properly on Thursday, but at least you got the essence of it, yeah? Okay, yoi. Okay, Bassai Sho, yoi. Okay, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shit, hach, kojo, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shit, hach, ko, jo, ha, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shit, hach, ko, jo. There you go. All right. Okay? Obviously there's a whole bits of the kata there that don't exist in Bassai Dai and certainly don't exist in Bassai, like the yokogeris, where they come from. Generally speaking, like this Yamaha Manjigamai kind of does exist in the old format, in the old Okinawan format, in some of the versions of Bassai, but certainly the yokogeris don't. This yokogeri, kyagi, and haito at the same time. Well, yokogeri doesn't even exist in old Okinawan kata, so for sure that didn't happen. Okay? Yes? Okay, once more. Okay, well, Matthew, you want to ask a question, or are you just unmuted?
No, I'm just agreeing with you, Sensei.
Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, once more. Into the breach, dear friends, go in. Okay, last one. Bassai Sho, go in. Yeah.